Alright, I'm here to talk about Mafia 3, which is supposed to be announced soon. I'm going to talk a little bit about what I would expect for them to do in the game, uh, rumors that are already circulating about the game, and multiplayer, which I'm not too sure if it's going to be included or not, but I'm just going to talk a little bit about that. So, first, what I would expect from it, or what I would actually like for them to include is, well, first off, multiplayer. Multiplayer would have been a great feature incorporated into the game itself because Mafia 2 was a really good game. Multiplayer could have been done in a few different ways. It could have been done similar to GTA 4's free mode, and they could have had little games such as deathmatch, team deathmatch, and objective-based multiplayer games. Um, in addition to that, they probably could have had a cooperative story mode, which would have been really cool if they were to include that and maybe some sort of ranking system and allow you to have your own character and include a customization feature. But I mean, that's pretty much all I would say about multiplayer. I mean, there isn't way too much you could really do with it without it making it all about multiplayer, which would kind of defeat the purpose of making it even a single player game at all. It would defeat the purpose of having that as a feature. So I mean, I guess small parts of multiplayer kind of like incorporated based on the ideas that were used for many other games, obviously, such as Grand Theft Auto. It would probably be fine if they did it that way. So if multiplayer was done in a way that's not too over the top, I think it could do really well in Mafia 3. Also, what can be included is probably within the game. I would probably say better soundtrack, definitely, because like they didn't have too many choices, too many options, and also let's be serious here. The music that was included in the game was not interesting at all. Even instrumentals would have been way better than what they had. It was really horrible. Could have been a lot better. Also, what they can improve on is the character models. For example, every time you walked into a specific store, there was just a duplicate of the store owner. Like each person in the store, in each store, was the same. For example, all the gun shops had the same old guy. All the clothing stores had the same woman. It just didn't make sense. They could have put a lot more effort into it, which would have made it a lot better. As well as the civilians that roam throughout the city, there could have been a lot of variation, but there really wasn't. They really could have improved upon that. There weren't too many types of people, and too many different types of like models, different kinds of like races and ages, which kind of took away from the game because of the fact that it seemed repetitive. They can also make the city a lot larger because Mafia 2, the city was relatively small. Um, that if they were to improve upon that, that would be fine. Also, I believe that the timing on missions, like timing you for missions, was just complete nonsense. It wasn't even necessary at all. Like it really made it difficult, as well as the fact that they would give you difficult things to do within the mission and then give you a short amount of time to complete it. It just made it irritating to do. It made me not even want to do the missions, as well as their payment within the game. Mafia 2, they didn't pay you too well for the harder jobs. For example, if you played the DLC like Jimmy's Vendetta or Betrayal of Jimmy, they don't pay you very well at all for difficult missions. And then when you had to do vehicle delivery, they paid you like way more, which made no sense to me at all whatsoever because the job was significantly easier if you were delivering vehicles. I didn't appreciate that in the least. It was just ridiculous, and it made no sense to me at all whatsoever. Also, what I believe they should probably include is a better way to obtain weapons and ammunition. Like, I didn't like that you had to go to one of two stores which were located like in generally the same direction in order to obtain the other weapons, such as like the weapons you had to get from story characters that you met within the story. Like you had to get like uh, if you had to purchase a machine gun, you couldn't go to like the stores that are located throughout the map. You had to go like really far, which I didn't like either. So they should probably make it different as far as that goes. I mean, there isn't too much that I believe would be a big game changer. Like, there's not too much I would want them to include that was different from Mafia 2. I mean, just those are a few ideas. But as far as rumors are concerned, the storyline, one of the rumors that's going around is that there will be multiplayer. The storyline continues where you have to find out what happened to Joe, because in Mafia 2 I was completely left there, just dumbfounded by the fact that they just took Joe away and then he goes in a separate car. I'm wondering exactly why they would do that. It made no sense to me at all whatsoever. So hopefully they include that, like they continue off of that and not make it like a prequel or anything like that. They just continue it. I mean, that's one of the rumors. There aren't too many going around, but that's just one. Let's see what else. Okay, they're saying that you're gonna play as Vito again, which would make a lot of sense actually, if you were to continue the story. So yeah, that's one of the rumors. Let's see. There are going to be new weapons included in this one. Well, according to this article here, there should be a few new weapons as well as new cars, which would be pretty cool if they had new cars. I mean, I believe they had a pretty good variety of vehicles in there. It was pretty good, and the customization was definitely good. They say they do more in the customization here. They improve upon it. Hopefully they do that, because the customization was a really, really good feature in Mafia 2. It was really fun to change your car around and everything. Okay, they say most of the characters that were in the story come back into Mafia 3, so hopefully that's included, because the characters did really well. I believe that the acting was pretty good, and the way they interacted with each other throughout the story was pretty interesting. Hopefully they actually have more lines though. Like, I wanted the story to be a little more in depth. I mean, but as far as the DLC goes too, like if they do DLC, they should definitely make sure it doesn't stray too far from the actual story, and make sure that there's actually something to stay interested in. Like, for example, when you played the DLC for like Vendetta, Jimmy's Vendetta, or Betrayal of Jimmy, like there weren't really cutscenes or anything like that. It was pretty much just similar based missions and low pay for them. So I didn't really like that. But definitely the cutscenes left a lot of questions for me, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys who are listening to this. It's true, they really should include a lot more information and details and put that into their work, and I hope that they do. But as far as expectations, rumors, and what I believe they should improve on, that's pretty much all I have.